Hello everybody, welcome back to Gabriella's channel. This is going to be a new video that I'm doing about my Kindle. This is going to be a video about my Kindle Paperwhite. This is the 2021 edition. We're not going to look too closely at the case because it's a bit of a mess. Yes, I'm going to be weighing up the pros and cons about the Kindle, as well as everything I love about it and what my year with my Kindle Paperwhite has been like. Having it for a year has been so amazing for my reading experience. My reading journey has really been elevated having this, and this Kindle revitalized my love for reading, and I'm not saying that lightly, it really did. In 2021, I'm pretty sure I read 0 to no books, so I decided to change that in 2022, and towards the end of January I decided to invest in a Kindle, and it was a spontaneous purchase. I did it randomly because I had received some money back from something, and so I decided it was going to be an investment that I was taking. And after I bought it, I realized just how much I would love it. Like, there's everything about this Kindle is amazing. So we're gonna dive into some of the pros and cons, compare it against some manga and also a regular novel, and we're just gonna see how they compare against one another. So here goes nothing, and let's get into it. As we've already established, this is going to be a video about my 1 year review of my Kindle Paperwhite 2021. I hope you'll like the video, leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're enjoying. And yeah, I just want to put out a disclaimer that these are going to be my own personal views of what I love and what I dislike about the Kindle. So please take everything lightly with a grain of salt. And yeah, we're gonna go from there. So this video is going to contain the reasons why I enjoy my Kindle, so the pros, the reasons why I dislike my Kindle, the cons, and also my levels of enjoyability and anything else that comes under the radar of what I'm trying to cover in this video. Okay, so first up is why I bought my Kindle. So for a year I've been trying to read books on this Kindle, and it's been a good experience. So let's just turn on the Kindle. There's a simple button. The design is very simplistic in itself. The weight is not too heavy. It's alright in my hands. And yeah, there's so much that you can do with this Kindle. I've read in 2022, I read 47 books. It was a mixture of Kindle books as well as also physical books. And I think the first book I read on this Kindle, let's see if I can find it on here. The first book that I read on my Kindle was actually The Love Hypothesis, which you can just see here, and it has a little red sign on there. So yeah, that's the first book I read on this Kindle, and to me it was such a great experience. I read it in such a short amount of time, and I think I binge read it in a day. So that was super enjoyable. The first pro about this Kindle is that there is easy reading. This means that you can literally type in the Kindle whatever book you'd like. You can easily download it to the device, and then as soon as you click on it, it'll open up and you can start reading straight away. There's nothing to hold you back from reading. It's all here in this small device for you, and everything you'll ever need, such as highlighting and also note taking, it's all compact in this device. And you can access any book that you like. You can access it on the Kindle store, and so as long as it has Kindle compatibility, then you'll be fine. There is also the option for PDFs as well as other forms of text files, and so you can download those to the device as well, as long as you're connected to Wi-Fi just up there. So yeah, that's the first pro. The second pro that I'm going to speak about is the compactability. Of course, I've kind of just touched on this, but the compactness of this device, as you can see from my library already, I literally have, I think, tens of books. I'm thinking maybe I have about 40 books on here, and as you can see, there's the little tick which actually keeps them downloaded, and so I'm pretty sure I don't even have a lot of storage taken up right now. And so you can store hundreds of books, thousands of books, I'm pretty sure, on this small device. And so you basically have your own little mini library that you can take with you anywhere. And I mean anywhere. That comes on to the third pro. This device you can take anywhere with you. It's such a small device. I'll give you a comparison against a book. So I have a manga just here. So the size difference, so the size difference is here. You can see they're not too different. This Kindle is smaller than an original book. We'll just put them side by side, and obviously I have a case on my Kindle, so there's a small difference. But yeah, this is it. This device is super portable. You can throw it in a handbag, you can throw it in a bag, and it will be fine. The screen itself is another pro that I want to speak about. The screen is just like paper. I'll give an example now. You'll be able to see. So as you can see, this screen, there is pretty much no glare. You can see glare just because of lighting, but when you look at it in person, there is no glare at all to this. And so yeah, it looks directly like paper. It is pretty much the same as a book. Yeah, the screen is e-ink, and that's a positive thing if you're looking for books, I guess. And so there's no kind of glare, and there's like a backlight as well. I'm not 200% sure. I'm gonna just leave this as a casual review, so I'm not gonna go too much into that, but there is the option to change brightness and warmth as well. So let me just give you an example. I'm not sure if you can see it too well, but this is the brightness to 100% on this Kindle. It's much brighter in real life. The screen never really does it through a phone camera. And this is the optimal warmth, you can see. And still no glare, so that's a very positive thing. Another pro about this device is that you're able to actually customize the different reading and writing styles. So if I just go into the menu here, we can see I currently have it on my custom theme, but you can change so many settings, such as the compactability of the words and then also the font as well. And so there's a range of different fonts. There you go. There's even an open dyslexic font, which I think is helpful for people, so it's really nice. I'm currently using Baskerville. And yeah, you can change the boldness and the size as well as the font. And then here we can even change the orientation of the device. So instead of reading portrait, you can turn it to read landscape instead. There's also the different margins so that you can change where the text falls to on the screen, the alignment as well, and the spacing of the words. Now in the more option, there's just a few other options. I'm pretty sure you all know about this already. But yeah, there's a few options here. And so this device is super cool, super personalizable, as well as being able to personalize a back. It's super popular on YouTube recently, is customization of the back of Kindles. So you know, you gotta personalize it, make it your own. And the last pro that I'm gonna go into is the charge on its device. I'm not sure if you own a Kindle or not, but if you own a Kindle, you know how great these are for battery life. These can last up to weeks without charging, and I tell you, weeks. I usually don't have the Wi-Fi turned on mine just so I can read, and because I know that Wi-Fi will take up more battery life anyways. And so for me, this device is perfect. I rarely find myself having to charge this, and whenever I do, the charger is just here, and it is a USB-C cable, and practically for all my devices now, my phone, my Switch, my Kindle, and my tablet, they all have USB-C charging, so that's a super helpful feature that comes with most of the Kindles, the more recent Kindles now. And so yeah, that's something else that I really enjoy. The battery life is amazing. And so now we're going to take a look at the cons that I have with the Kindle, things that I dislike about it or don't like about it as much that may put you off buying one or looking into one, or things that you may just be able to relate to. So for me, the Kindle cannot replace a physical book. I've tried it and it is a good experience. However, I've recently noticed this. I enjoy the feeling of holding a book in my hands, and for thicker books like this one, it makes sense to have it on my Kindle so that I can read it easier. However, with thinner books, I'm just like, wow, truly I could read a physical book with no problem. Storage may be a different issue, but that's not really related to this right now. So yeah, for me, the feeling of a Kindle cannot replace the feeling of holding a book in your hands. Some people don't have a problem with this, but for me, I've realised I do like holding my physical books as well as reading on my Kindle. So I'll typically opt for thicker or chunkier books on my Kindle so that they're more compact, easier to hold, as well as hardcover books. Books that are often found in hardcover, I'd prefer to have on my Kindle. However, that doesn't mean I might not still buy a physical copy of the book, because I know it supports the authors and the creators a bit more, and so I quite enjoy the feeling and the purchasing of buying a physical book. Another con I have is that the Kindle, well, this is kind of a materialistic thing, so I'm not sure how some people will receive this, but for me, the Kindle cannot replace special edition books. Like this Fireborn copy I have here. This is a Waterstones exclusive edition, and just look at that printed digital spine. That is gorgeous. And a Kindle, I'm really sorry, but it will not be able to replace the feeling of having a collectible like this in your collection. And so that is another con that I find with the Kindle. Another con that I have with the Kindle is that manga reading isn't my favourite experience on the Kindle. As you know, I've been getting into manga lately, and yeah, I think reading manga on the Kindle might not be the best experience. So I'll show you a few panels and just let you know what I mean by that. So yeah, you can see here, this is Fairy Tail, if you know, if you don't know. And you can see the panels are good. However, when there's very, very strong details that you want to see, I find the zoom-in experience just isn't the best. You can't really move it, and of course, because it's an e-ink display, there is a lag time with moving around this. And so I feel like this experience would be better in a physical book, or just on a phone, to be honest, if you want the compatibility a bit more and to be more functional. So for me, Kindle reading, manga reading on the Kindle is not my favourite. And I'll just show you a few more details. And of course, I think that the ink on the Kindle is strong, but comparing it with a regular manga book, you can see the difference. And so I have a manga book just here to compare. This is Magical Girl Raising Project. I'm just going to go to a random page, but I think physical books, there's something about it. I think it's obviously just the way it's printed onto regular paper. The design quality is so much different. And you can see all of the fine details. So I think personally, physical mangas are the way forward, unless Kindle reading is your thing, then that may be it for you. So another con that I have about this Kindle is that, for me, the weight of this Kindle is heavy. Originally, I bought the Kindle Paperwhite in the children's edition, and the children's edition comes with this kind of case. I bought a case that was like this, and I was thinking, oh yeah, surely it won't be too heavy for me to hold, and unfortunately the case is too heavy to hold. That is kind of the reason why I've switched out the case right now. I do like having a flip cover case on my Kindle, is the only issue I have. And so this is the case here. As you can see, it's quite a thick plastic on the bottom, and it wraps around to the side, of course. And I love the quality of this case. However, there's just something about it that's super heavy for me to hold in my hands, and so I kind of find myself struggling to hold the book comfortably. This could be solved, I think, with a pop socket, but I don't want to put one on this because it's kind of a fabric-y quality, and I'm unsure of if I'd be able to take the pop socket off without damaging the case. So for me, cases make the Kindle a lot heavier than they need to be. I think without this kind of case, this is a thinner plasticky case, silicone. I think without this kind of case it could be better, but then it also feels a bit like I need something on the back to give me support. And so right now I have on this flip ring. This is not good, guys. Do not invest in a flip ring for your Kindle, because you'll still have to hold it with your weight, you still have to hold it in your hand. but I think a pop socket would solve this easy. You could just pop your finger over the pop socket, and so that would be better, I think. And so yeah, for me, the weight of the Kindle isn't my favourite, of course. That's not to say it cannot be compared with a hardcover book. Hardcover books are so heavy. This is nothing like that. But if you were looking for something more lightweight, I suggest that you either buy a Kindle and don't use the case, or I'm not sure, maybe use your phone if your phone's lighter. So yeah, that's another con for me. So I think that draws me to the conclusion of this short 1 year review of my Kindle. I've really enjoyed the past year with my Kindle, and I think it's a device that I'm never not going to be able to have now. I think the Kindle has really elevated my reading experience. I've been able to read so much more with this Kindle, and yeah, everything about this I love. If you didn't know me, I really love Kindles in general. I'm not so fond of the fact that I'm supporting Amazon instantly and continually. However, for my student life, this Kindle has been a worthwhile investment. To be able to read more books and read more efficiently, more actively, and actually enjoy reading on this Kindle has really made my past year a lot more exciting. And yeah, I'm so glad I've been able to invest in the Kindle. So yeah, I just want to say thanks for watching, and let me know if you have a Kindle yourself, if you're looking to invest in a Kindle or anything in between. Let me know how you feel about the Kindle itself, if there are any other e-readers that you enjoy, and yeah, I'll take a look at the comments. I'll be sure to respond or leave a heart or like on each of them, so don't be afraid to comment. And yeah, so this was my 1 year mini review of my Kindle Paperwhite. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!